What's up, guys? This is Andy with Andy's Auto Care Plus, back at you guys with another video. This is kind of another inside look kind of video of this video is going to be about how to clean your microfibers, as the title is going to say. I've seen tons and tons of videos on this, different people doing it different ways. I'm going to show you how I do it. I feel like this is the proper way to do it. After composing, all the research that I've done on how to do this properly. So we're gonna get straight into it. Over here, I have my container of microfibers. I have already gone through this and gotten out my cleaner microfibers. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Go through it, get out your cleaner ones. So I put one on top just to kind of show you guys what I do is I separate my glass towels, glass microfibers, whatever they are. I'll take those out, set those to the side. Here's another one of the cleaner ones that I had set on top. What I'll do is I'll inspect them. If I use them for interior, they don't go in with my other ones at all. I use a lot of the Costco microfibers, the Kirkland brand ones, and then I have some other ones that I use for like paint correction jobs, things like that, to where I'm not going backwards. So I'm going to take those out, put those ones to the side. Here you see these are all interior microfibers, hyper dressing, interior stuff. It's all interior, basically. Or if I'm wiping down a door jamb or something like that and I'm doing a thorough cleaning job with them, they'll go in this pile as well. So a couple key things to keep in mind is when you're doing your settings on your washing machine. Right now it's set on warm because that's what you wash your clothes in usually. I'm going to set that down to cool. You don't want warm water in there. Basically it can start to slowly deteriorate all those little fibers that are in there, and you don't want that. You want those to keep, they need to have some tackiness and some grippiness to them, so that's important. This is not probably something that everybody says, but I put it on extra rinse. That's the other thing I do. If your washing machine has that kind of setting, I do that to just kind of help get out maybe all that, if there's any sort of residual soap left on it or anything like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and load this sucker up. I kind of try to spread it out. Like I said, I've already gone through these microfibers. One other thing to note, if they're really bad, what I suggest, so that you're not making a mess in your washing machine, is I would suggest going through and pre-rinsing them. If they're really, really bad, pre-rinse the microfibers just by hand, just with water. I don't use soap or anything on them. Just pre-rinse them with some water and get out all the extra stuff that might be in them. Or throw them away. That's one of the beauties of using Costco ones, is they're inexpensive, they do a good job, but also I'm not stressing over throwing away a 15-cent microfiber, because I think that's about what they equal out to be, is like 15 or 17 cents, something like that. Another note you want to do before you actually put those in there, I'd already done it before off video, but I'll take a terry cloth or rag at home or a towel or something like that, and I'll wipe out the barrel on the inside just to make sure that there's nothing else in there. You don't want hairs and fuzz. You don't want to make it even harder to clean the already dirty towels or microfibers. So the other thing, this is my soap of choice. All free and clear. Now the reason I do this is because it has no added anything really. It's the clearest laundry soap you can really get. There is some other ones, there's some eco-friendly ones, things like that. This is mine of choice, and it does a fantastic job. It does a really good job cleaning, and it also doesn't leave behind soap, that sort of thing. And that's another thing that why I do the extra rinse, is to not leave behind extra soap. So you could use the little measuring cup, dump in some or whatever. What I do is I just visually do it, because I don't think it's really going to make a huge difference if I put too much or too little, and I'll show you why here in a minute. So I'm just going to add some to it. I go around probably 2 or 3 times with it, because it doesn't come out super fast. That's about it for how many microfibers I did. I don't wash big loads of this at a time. I'll wash a basket full. That's not a whole lot of them. So now that I got the soap in there, one of the things, the reason I don't think it's that big of a deal on how if you put extra soap, is because I got it all in that extra rinse. And this, if you can adjust your load size, what I always do is if I put in a small load in there, what I consider a small load, I'll bump it up to the size more so that I know I'm getting more water in there for it to go through. So I'm going to put it on a medium size load, regular wash. You could put it on light or regular, I think would be okay. Heavy wash, I wouldn't put it on that one, but I mean, to each their own. So I'll start that off camera, whatnot. Now I want to go over kind of what you do with the dryer. I'm going to make sure that that's still focusing on the dryer a little bit. We can kind of see the dryer there. Hopefully we don't drop this. Here, we'll just come in on this one. Oh, sorry about the shakiness, guys. So one of the cool things about this dryer in particular is the fact that you can see right here it's got a spot for delicates. So that's what I do because of this reason. It turns the temperature down to low. Hopefully that's focusing in there. You do not want high temperatures. Once again, the fibers in these microfibers are very fragile. If you look at those, it's millions and millions of these things. Okay, so I over-exaggerated on that. It's a lot. It's a very high thread count on these, any microfibers. But they're very, very tiny microfiber, the pieces of thread that are basically smaller than your human hair. There's tons of videos that'll show the scientific stuff of that. I'm not going to get into that, frankly, because I just don't know it, and I'm trying to be straightforward with you guys. So put it on a lower setting, whether it's delicate or something like that, anywhere where you can adjust the temperature. This one, it's kind of nice because you can drop the temperature or raise it, that sort of thing. I'll either have it on in the lower setting or low, but I keep it away from the warmer drying. And I've had excellent results with that. I can wash and dry these microfibers numerous times and without having real issues. One more also thing before I get too crazy and forget about it. Do not use fabric softener. Do not use fabric softener. Okay? I had to repeat that twice. You don't want that stuff getting in these fibers because it'll stick to it and you'll have residual all over it. And if you do, that's going to transfer over to the vehicle that you're cleaning, and you don't want that stuff. That's another reason why you use a very mild soap like this, is because you don't want that mixing in with whatever chemical you're using to clean the car. I hate mixing chemicals. I don't like, even the thought of something crazy happening. So not that, laundry soap might do that, but you don't want that added streakage, that sort of thing in your car. So hopefully this video helped you guys. Feel free to hit that like or subscribe button, whatever you guys want to do. And I'll just keep coming out with videos, and I try to make it as, not necessarily on the fly, but as real life as possible. I don't really put crazy stuff into my videos. I just try to do it straightforward. And if you guys got ideas for videos that you have ideas about, or questions about, that sort of thing, let me know, man, and I'll let you know what I do in that situation or whatnot. So anyway, hey, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.